Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. I want to tell you about my day on the Oswegatchie River on a weekend when there was a lot of people around, and there was so many things happening that it was amazing to not only fish there but to watch what's happening with other people. First of all, it's an area where people, if they don't have any money whatsoever, they can at least go there with a fishing rod and have a chance of catching fish right now. So there's people that line the shores, but also there's boats that come in. Some of them very expensive, highly potent boats that move in there, and they're fishing along the same waters. And what I experienced, it seems to me that people with boats almost feel a level of superiority over the poor people that are standing along the bank trying to fish. And the river isn't that wide, so there's only so much room, and it's hard for everybody to be able to share. I know that, but I know that for people on the bank, sometimes it becomes difficult because you want to cast out, and all of a sudden a boat's coming through right over your line, and you can't do it. But with all that said, boy, did I see things happening. I saw people in boats with families in their boats, all of them catching fish. Everybody in the boats were catching fish because they were able to fish the waters in a different way, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But what I also saw was you could hear radios blasting, music playing. I could see some people dancing. On the other side of the river, there were people lined up on Hosmer's docks, and they were fishing as well. There was parties that were going to begin. I'm telling you, if anything I've ever seen that shows the celebration, the atmosphere of what fishing can bring to a group of people, it is really amazing. And let me tell you about something else. Now, as far as my fishing goes, I was fishing on shore. I didn't know what to use, so I started thinking, okay, there's walleyes, there's bass, there's everything out here. My goal was to try to catch some walleyes because that's legal. Those are the fish that are in season. It's not legal to fish for bass. And so as I was trying to put on different lures, I was watching people in boats that were trolling. And I got to tell you, every boat that was trolling up and down the middle of that river, and that's where the current really is at its major level, that's where the fish seemed to be congregated. And everybody was catching fish trolling. I'm not sure what lures they were using, and I don't think it mattered. I think these fish will hit a number of different things. But here is the crowning glory of that day. I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I see women with kids start walking down the walkway, and they had plastic bags, and they obviously were picking up any kind of debris, any kind of garbage, anything that they could see along that river. And what they were doing is maintaining the beauty of what this whole landscape can show here right in downtown Ogdensburg. So as one couple went by, I said to one of the women, I says, "Excuse me, would you tell me what group you guys are all at? What is this whole thing where I see all of you coming down here beautifying the area?" And she says, "Well, this was motivated by Billy Hosmer in Hosmer's Marine. And all the families decided that some of the people work there, some of the people are friends of people that work there. We decided to take this day and clean up the area." And you know, that stood out to me so incredibly. You know, they had a smile on their face. And here's the other thing, they were getting kids involved. Their little kids were involved in beautifying this area. They would pick up the stuff and put it in the bag that mommy was holding, and it was really a nice time. There was music happening. There were people catching fish. There were people that were just enjoying being out after all the time we've been kept inside. Now it's almost like a freeing type of experience that comes when we can get along the river. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.